You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 309.
Man, 309, man. I'm Ralph Himbiamba this week.
Him beyond. I like that.
Man,
New
Spurs gotta
listeners.
win, man.
Talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. X is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph across the social media platforms.
On X, I'm JON 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Oh, round of applause, man. Round of applause, 'cause we bite. Yeah, man. Another
Yeah.
week. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. Feeling pretty rejuvenated. We talked about my vacation or hiatus, so whatever you want to say. I'm
Yeah.
just ain't working. Like, and it ain't like laid off or anything like that. Thank God I'm still gainfully employed with things that are going on outside. But
Word.
hey man, you just want your time, bro. I just want to chill. I don't want to do nothing.
Hey, be
Sit in
like
the
that
house.
for sure.
That's
For
it. But
sure.
I mean, hey man, everything's good, man. Like we talked about last week, clean bill of health, man. I ain't got nothing to really complain about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, you seen that I got the Ross Fine for the 60. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of John Morant's
Big hate.
60 for the 60 in my size. Hey man, when you're a Ross hunter, or you're in the Burlington and them TJ Maxx and them the Marshall streets. Hey man, it's way more L's than it is doves, bro. And I'm just, I got my eye, I can eyeball the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on now. Is that right there at the bottom? What is that? I know what that is. Hold on, I know that ain't what I think it is.
Big hate. Big
And I
hate.
got them for 50% off, bro. Like, oh yeah, let me get them. Now granted they ain't got no box, but hey, hey, it is what it is, big dog. That's what
Look,
I got them for. You know what
I
I'm
don't,
saying?
I
Matter of
don't,
fact,
I don't want to hear none of that. I'm hating. I'm hating. Anytime I'm in a Ross or Marshalls or whatever, I'm finding the weakest team Jordans. I'm like,
Listen,
God,
I'm talking about, bro. It's the L's you're going to take. You're going to take them, but you got to be committed to the grind, bro. Like you really got to be committed, bro.
I'm so.
I've been to Marshalls made more than I ever wanted to be in my life. But I have found some stuff. It's just like you got to be consistent. Like you just got to be. You gotta be willing to go in there once a week.
You know what that's like?
Uh-huh.
That's like the people that go to like storage facilities just to buy the buy the
storage wars.
like
Yeah,
I just
it's,
I
it's
got
like
the heart for it, bro.
it's like a
I
ghetto.
ain't
It's
got
like
it.
a ghetto. It's like a ghetto scavenger hunt, man. Like I mean, but these are places that it's like I'm really committed to it, and the wife be in it on with it. Be in on it with me too. So
Yeah.
I mean, listen. She picked out some weak shoes. I was like, hold on, ma'am. Let's look at that bottom. Like, what is that? Because I got some jobs. And I was like, I know what that shoe look like. Let me
Right.
get that.
Right.
And it happened to be my size. I'm like, oh yeah, I need them. And I looked on StockX. I was like, oh yeah, these is double. Like they double my size. That was the blessing in all of it, bro. I was like, oh yeah.
I mean,
Shout out to my bargain people, man. Shout
listen,
out to y'all,
man. Tyrese meme. Congratulations while I'm balling crying. Goddamn, like that's how I feel. That's how I felt when I seen the story.
But the thing is, it's not your side. That's the
It's
thing.
not. It don't matter. Don't
What's
matter.
so crazy is everybody that's been saying stuff to me don't even wear the same size I wear. It's just the point, right?
So
It's like,
is.
you know what this is like? It's like a nigga that hits the lottery and he's close to you, and you go to that gas station.
The
that
gas
you go
station.
to, right? The gas station. Like you could have went to that gas station too, but somehow he got it. Like, that's crazy.
I did see recently somebody won like a large sum of money off like a $50 scratch off. It might have been like $1 million off of 50, and that was here in St. Louis. So I was like, shit, $50 scratch off though. Like,
but
yeah,
you really
got to, you really got to be.
How many L's they probably do $50 every time they get paid or something like that. They probably go there that same. Like, you got to be willing to take the L.
Yeah, that risk is too crazy for me on that one. I can't. Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm cool. But 50 give you $1 million. This ain't 50 give you 100. 50 get you $1 million.
But how many times though?
I know. Right?
You probably had to spend like 10,000 to get that.
Couple hundred. I'm being generous. A couple hundred. Like, you said a couple thousand. I said a couple hundred. Like, I don't know.
So
they definitely spent the mortgage in there trying to get that million.
Man,
but, hey,
what?
But when it pay off, bro, it pay off. That's what makes it feel so rewarding.
And that's what consistency looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. And I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
But hey, man, how's everything going in your world, bro?
I'm good, man. Look, it's funny when your plans for the day change. Like yesterday, the goal was to be at the crib, do some spring cleaning, just rearrange some stuff. Bro, end up being out literally the entire day. Like I'm talking about from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Just out. Shout out to people that celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day was last week, earlier in the week. So it was a Earth Day festival here in St. Louis. So end up going to that, spending the day with my wife's family. Just kicking it. Interacting with the doing stuff with the kids, and this is how you plant trees, and this is how you separate the recyclables from the garbage and shit. Like, it was cool, and it was a nice day outside too.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful yesterday.
And then from there, just the day, like we went to Costco, ran errands, like, and then was kicking it with wife's family in the evening in the park, and then we end up going to get pizza after. I'm like, shit, like I really ain't been home since this morning, Look, and that's why I ain't wake up till like damn near 10 o'clock today. Like I don't never sleep in, but hey, that felt good. So
sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, but just to be out again, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah,
so just to be able to be out and really kick it, like it felt good. It felt good. So the first real hangout of the year. So I anticipate many more of these this summer. So
hey man, I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to enjoy this spring while we got it. Because when it get hot, keep all that, bro.
Yeah, try.
I like what yesterday was. It was right in that.
It was perfect. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was about 75, 76.
Yeah, not too hot. Like, it was right there. It was perfect. So
ride
with the windows down. You ain't gotta have the air on. Like,
see, that's what I need. See, that's when you can start breaking out the West Coast music. you know what I'm saying?
You have a point made. Yeah, man. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you, man. I'm gonna go real nostalgic on you, man. Cartoon edition, right? We just gonna do a quick versus, one on one side, one on the other. I think it's the everyday kid, and they just go, you know what I'm saying? It can be either way. I want to say Doug versus Hey Arnold. Which one you going with, bro?
You know what's funny? So first of all, I enjoy both of these cartoons, right?
Yeah.
I think about 5-6 years ago, I'd have automatically went Doug. But you and I on this very platform have had so many conversations that made me go back and think how lame Doug really was, bro. Like, again, Doug made himself a superhero. He had no powers. He had no powers. And he made himself after one of the weakest birds, the quail. The quail? That's so. Based off that alone, I mean, I really gotta go. Hey Arnold, but I mean, Hey Arnold had way more adventures and camaraderie amongst the kids in the cartoon themselves. And Arnold had one of the most top tier bedrooms in cartoon history. Like I needed that. I need that right now.
That is a great point. Bro had the skylight. That joint was amazing. Like I totally thought, I didn't think about that when I was forming the question. I was just thinking about the similarities you got to kind of like everyday type of guys. Maybe you consider them lame or whatever in their own story, in their own world. They had the black best friend. Like, Skeeter was black, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Gerald's black for sure.
For sure.
The love interest is kind of weird. Like Patty Mayonnaise, he spent a lot of time chasing Patty over in Doug, and then Helga was kind of the love interest in Hey Arnold, and she bullied him. Like it was
Right.
like but I think like pound for pound laughs. I think Hey Arnold was funnier. Like what's my man's that snuck up on Helga all the time after she trying to like pull up on
Oh,
Arnold. Like he started breathing, she just bow, like she just
yeah.
clock him straight in the face, man. And but I mean, Doug has some moments too, bro. Like, I mean, I like the beats, like obviously Killer Tofu.
Oh
That
yeah,
song just reigns supreme with us. Like, I like Roger being the bully. Like, I
hmm
like Mr. Dink. Mr. Dink was hilarious, bro. Mr. Dink really stole the show. He's like Cedric the Entertainer or something. Like, he's like a black man that lived next door. Like, and Mrs. Dink was lit too. Like, I don't know, bro. But for the sake of the argument, I think I kind of like Doug though. Like, because like I guess it's the supporting cast around him,
hmm
and maybe I'm drawing a blank on what Hey Arnold provided, like outside of maybe Grandpa. Grandpa was lit, like over there
hmm
too, I believe. But Mr. Dink, Doug's parents was funny. Like everybody around Doug was funny, where he wasn't. Like you know what I'm saying? Doug didn't have nut. Doug didn't make you laugh. Like it was everybody else, right? Skeeter was funny. Patty had some jokes sometimes. Like Roger was on his ass all the time.
Facts.
So Mr. Dink stole the show every time, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna go Doug.
Wait, okay, real quick. Which one had the better theme song? Opening theme.
I can only think of Doug. I don't remember Hey on him.
It was like jazz.
Oh, where's Doug? Do, 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 do,
Dude.
do, do, do. Like, hey man, easy man, easy.
All right. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad
Yeah.
at that. All right. So for my off the dome, you ever be riding in the car or something, or listening to the radio,
Mhm.
and a song come on from like the 80s or 90s, and you get to singing or rapping word for word. It's like, wait, how do I can't remember. I can't believe I still know this, or how do I know this?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to ask, right? Because that happened to me about a week or so ago. I forget the song, but it was on. And I'm like, I'm just singing all the words. Like, God damn, how I know this? So I wanted to ask what I was going to say was a song, but I'll just stick it to a verse. What verse from the 90s, if it came on, would you be able to sing word for word, bar for bar? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rap song,
Rap
but you
song.
know.
Well, I'm gonna kind of go with what it felt like the original premise of it was. It felt like a song per se, like something like kind of R&B based. Because like back in the day, I wouldn't listen to too much rap with my mom or my dad driving. So I think After Seven Can't Stop kind of comes to mind.
Mm.
Like that song used to get a lot of burn on the radio. So and it's a funky song, like you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like if it come on, do, 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 like it's like I know it when I hear it. So
Mhm.
that's kind of like one of my fondest memories. Like I can kind of think of that song like being played a lot, and I mean the song went up. So you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
something like that, or like the Whispers and Rocksteady, some in that
Oh
space, like
my
one of
God.
those.
That's one.
Like
That's
yeah, like
definitely one.
those the ones though. So yeah, I'm gonna go with like something in that space.
Bro, do you remember the Quincy Jones produced song Secret Garden?
Yeah,
Bro, every
yeah,
verse. If that song came on right now, I swear to God, I'm hitting the notes. I'm singing
yeah.
every word. Oh my God.
Some
That
songs
I
are just some songs like are timeless. I mean, you can attribute it to nostalgia because I'm talking about like songs I listened to with my parents, right?
mhm.
But at the same time, these songs slap.
Man, what? For
These are
real.
certified slappers, bangers, like right?
Certified. It's like,
Yeah,
man, my that's it's funny that you went the R&B route, because
yeah.
that made me change my answer. My original answer was going to be Eminem, My Name Is. But like I remember, like I had the album. I remember watching the video
Video.
all the time on MTV, and it's like that first verse. It always stuck with me. It just
I
always stuck with
remember seeing that video for the first time on BET. I was like, "What in the
me. What is
entire
this?
book is this?" I mean, I
Yeah,
learned to like it, but I was like, "No."
no,
I
it
was
was
like,
too. It
and
was too
then
much.
I
It was too
obviously
much.
I knew who Dr. Dre was. I was like, why is Dr. Dre here with him? Who is this guy? Why is he rapping
What?
off beat? Like I was like, this white boy is rapping off beat. Why are we here? Why is this on BET? Like they told us this is the black station. I never seen a white face on here before. I'm confused.
Hey man, look.
Was
Hey,
was Eminem the first white face we saw on BET?
probably he was he Eminem is to BET what Michael Jackson was to MTV.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, man. But clearly, that was off the dome, people, man. Which cartoon you going with, Doug or Hey Arnold?
Yep. And then what verse or song from the 90s would you still know word for word if it came on today? Let us know.
Yes, sir. OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk? We got a few topics here on the OS news docket this week, but since we already alluded to it, we got to stop at the top with the King of Pop. I say he, but the biopic, the long-awaited Michael Jackson biopic, released technically on Friday. That was the worldwide release, but there were releases before then on Wednesday or whatever. But I mean, it's out. It's breaking all kind of records, box office records. We'll
Already
get to
open the weekend.
Yeah, we'll get to the critics kind of slamming it with the scores or whatever, and the audience kind of having a different opinion. We both saw the movie. Johnny saw it, I believe, Wednesday, right?
I did. Yep, Wednesday
Okay,
night.
I saw it Thursday evening. So we both had time to kind of sit with our thoughts on it. You know how we do it on OS. We're gonna get to just our overall impression of the film, the highs, the lows, and then we'll get to our overall rating. So Johnny, you only saw it one time, I think, right?
I only seen it. I only seen it once. I only seen it once. I only seen it once.
I know. But no, what's your first impression of the film, bro?
So first of all, now Ralph, I know you know what I'm about to show you right now. You know I can't do this review. You know I can't do this review without it, baby.
Listen,
you know I can't do it without it, baby.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's better than that Miles Morales mask. Call back, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing.
Look, bro, you know I can't do it without.
No, I can't. He put the bedazzles on there himself. Like he didn't buy it like that. He made
look at that.
But nah, bro. What you think?
All right, so how do I want to start this? Let me start off by saying it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable.
Okay.
First impression, the movie was done. I said, okay, I get it. It's cool. Yeah. Like it's okay. I wasn't wowed by it. I was not wowed by it, but it wasn't trash. Like I saw a lot of critics saying how terrible it was, and a lot of people saying it was bad. Yeah. Pun intended. But no, it was not trash. It was not terrible.
Yeah.
Could it have been better? 100% could have been better, but still enjoyable. Still enjoyable for what it was.
Okay.
That's my first impression.
I am so happy that we are coming in here with the same train of thought. I just thought I was going to have to deal with a whole bunch of, like, hey man, this is the best thing ever. Like I was like, oh my god, bro.
Nah, bro.
I was gonna let you cook for the most part until it got too like, I couldn't take it no more. Too crazy. I was like, you know how I am about movies. I'm like, But no, I think the movie was cool. Like, I think it was good, right? It's an enjoyable watch, right? Yeah. There are some points, we'll get to that, in a minute. It's not trash. I'm not sure what the critics were expecting with it. The audience, we know what the audience is going to do with something that's Michael Jackson based. So I think, not to say the audience was wrong, and I'm definitely not saying the critics are right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on either side with it. But I definitely think it's an enjoyable watch. But there are some things that we can definitely discuss as far as like criticisms of it, right? Sure. The highs of the film. Like, let's get to that, bro.
One, I think the obvious, Jafar. Shout out to Jafar. I think he did a serviceable job. Mm-hmm. He didn't wow. Like, he wasn't like, oh damn, he is Michael Jackson. But I think he did a well enough job. Mm-hmm. Where if there really is a part two, like I may be okay with it. Yeah. So shout Jafar for sure. Yeah. Hey, that man Coleman Domingo, whatever role he go out for from not like, just give it to him. He need everything. I need him to act in whatever it is that he want to act in, because Coleman Domingo did an amazing job. Yeah. As Joe Jackson. Like he definitely, I feel like he carried a lot of the scenes that he was in. And probably made everybody around him act better. So no, Coleman Domingo for me definitely one of the brighter spots in this film. Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely.
I agree with your take on Jafar. Like, I'm not sure what Michael Jackson was supposed to be like in a film, but I do agree that I feel like the essence was there, right? You
Yeah.
felt like it was a, if that was Michael Jackson, okay, I can see it, I can believe
Facts.
it because of a lot of the emotions that Jafar displayed in that early adulthood phase where he's trying to find himself. So I
Mhm.
definitely enjoyed that. Colvin Domingo spot on. Nia Long did a very good job as Catherine Jackson, I believe. Um, whoever played Bill Bray, his security guard,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
salute. Like
yeah,
that,
facts. Facts.
I would say he rivaled the acting of Coleman Domingo because he had to be different, right?
Hmm.
He had to give Michael that the Jafar and Michael character space to be free. So he
Right.
kind of was his father figure, which in real life that was kind of like a thing, right?
Yep.
So I definitely enjoyed that. Um, the performance pieces, obviously,
I mean,
obviously,
look, I think
obviously
they go.
that.
I think they go what I was saying, but
Well,
definitely a bright spot.
I had to, we had to say it because that was my point when we kind of did the initial like, hey, I was like, hey, listen, I know these performance pieces gonna be all right. What everything else gonna be like? And that was that was my concern, right?
Right.
But the
Right.
performance pieces were there. I'm trying to think of anything else that was just kind of like a complete like high outside the performance and the music, the performance, and stuff like that.
I mean, I will say as the story progressed,
Mhm.
as Michael in the movie got older,
Mhm.
I think Jafar started to look more and more like him. Like toward like at the end, right before he went on stage for the
Mhm.
bad tour, and he like turned around and looked at whoever he was looking at.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he looked just like Michael. So I
Mhm.
think like I guess the makeup, shout out to the makeup artists and all this. Like
Yeah.
I think they did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We got to get to these lows or criticisms or nitpicks,
Yeah.
however we want to describe it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Disclaimer to
Yeah.
any MJ fanatic that may hear this: this is not a bashing. Johnny is, if you have been in the saddle with OS, you know how Johnny feels about Michael Jackson. So
Yeah,
trust me,
man.
this is tougher. This is tough for him. Like I'm saying, I'm a fan too, but I'm just being, we're gonna get to that. So
Thank you, bro.
Johnny,
I appreciate that.
yeah. So what is the criticism that you may have or isms?
Where
Where do you
where
begin?
where do I begin? Goddamn. No, um so I think the biggest thing for me is that I feel like the movie itself, the biopic itself lacked depth. Like I feel like everything was so surface level when it came to Michael. Like I'm trying to let me think of a case in point. It's like, okay, when Michael was a kid, right?
Hmm.
Um his dad Joe Jackson, like he made mention about Michael Jackson's big nose.
Hmm.
We didn't hear nothing else about that shit until he went to get the nose job. Like
Yeah.
that to me, like it's not enough transition from when he was a kid saying, "Hey, you got a big nose," to, "Oh, I'm going to get this nose job." It's just like it happened all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like that. The other thing, like there are definitely like some historical inaccuracies. And first of all, shout out to everybody that reached out to me just to get my ideas on the film. Like I got a lot of DMs about this shit, and I was
Hmm.
like, oh, I guess we could talk about it.
Yeah.
But like, so in the Jackson 5 era, I think it was either the love you say could be your own, or I want you back. One of those songs was recorded when they got signed to Motown. They were singing that before they even met Berry
That,
Gordy. I
yeah.
was like, this is really an act, like it's not right. So little
Yeah.
shit like that, and I feel like that was almost a theme of the movie. Like certain musical eras were like kind of out of place. I didn't really
Yeah.
care for that either.
Yeah.
And the second biggest issue that I had was the lack of depth when it came to the different eras of music, right? So when he first performed, when he was first doing the recording sessions for Off the Wall, we got him in the booth singing Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Like that
Hmm.
was cool. But like, what about the other songs on the album? What about the processes that it took for him to get to or record the other songs, especially in Thriller, right? Like we saw the board where he had like all the different names of the songs and what's going to be the title of the album, things like that. But I felt like we could have spent more time on the recording sessions of Thriller. Like the Beat It sequence was cool. I mean, I had my own gripes with that, but the that sequence was cool. But like, what about the Paul McCartney feature? Like, how did they even come about? How did they meet? Shit like that. Like, it was so much more to all the eras, but specifically the Thriller era that we could have deep dived into some more, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't care for that.
Yeah. Well, I actually made a list, but I'll start with the first day, right? It was too short. I'll say the superhero film longer than this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was only 2 hours. 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And I should have led off with this. Janet Jackson was right. Janet was right, bro. Like her and her niece Paris was not going. Like, they was not here for it. And we was like, hey man, stop hating. Let
them cook.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, Jafar was a bright spot in this. I do agree, but like the historical inaccuracies and things like that, like the song choice, like the songs and here and there. And my biggest thing was, right, we had got to a point where we was doing all these casting announcements, and remember we saw Kat Denny, not Kat Denny's, but Kat what's in that, Kat Graham get casted as Diana Ross.
Oh yeah,
like, shit, lit. We seen Haley Bailey get casted as Janet Jackson. Cool, lit. We seen Lorenz Tate get casted as Barry Gordy. He had 3 scenes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's so much that they left out, and Jermaine got no burn in this film, right? I know this is a Michael Jackson story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going to explore the Jackson 5 era, we have to talk about the rivalry between him and Jermaine. I know Michael won the war, but still Jermaine was the older brother that had to stop, that had the it factor. And that's why he left the group first. He was on Motown, and then they made light of that when they tried to make Michael do the Victory Tour. So it's kind of like we have to talk about that Motown era a little bit more in depth. We just fast forwarded through it. It was like it went from Michael being 10 and being the front man to now he's in Off the Wall. That is frustrating. Like,
that was my
you got to talk about those 4 albums that he did before Off the Wall, because that's the case. We get to Diana Ross, we get to The Wiz, we get to how he actually met Quincy Jones. Like, those things matter in the grand scheme of this damn story.
And
but
that was
Diana Ross didn't sign off on it. So
and that was my other point. The transitions between eras was so weird to me. Like, we transitioned from him being a kid in the Jackson 5 to him working on Off the Wall. It's so much content in between that span. Like,
and the content that has context, right? Because Barry Gordy is a big figure in Michael Jackson's early career.
Facts.
Like, remember, like, their first interaction, like, he was like, all right, stop all that moving. We need you to record. So he teaching them how to record. He teaching them how to be an artist. And then he's like, hey, this is what the equalizer, this is what this means, this is what this means. And then the next time we see him, he's at a press conference. Then the next time we see him, it's Motown 25. Like, Barry Gordy was very instrumental in those years. And damn, they're driving a wedge between, what they had going on, but we didn't get to see that. And if that's the case, why we cast Lorenz Tate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to cut that man's scenes.
Facts.
Oh, that was frustrating, bro. Oh my God. But,
I know.
Hold on, what you got?
No, just, man, I couldn't. I was really not a fan of how they transition those eras. Going back to the Barry Gordy, Lorenz Tate, right? One of the last times we saw Lorenz Tate, young Michael Jackson hugged him after his dad was like, hey, we got to go, after he was showing about the equalizers and shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, we didn't see him again until, was it Motown 25?
I feel like we seen him at a press conference. Remember, he was trying to teach him how to do the PR thing, right? He was like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm 10 years old." He's like, "No, you're 8." Like,
no, you're 8.
Like, it was like that, right? And then
after that, we don't see him. We don't see him until Thriller finna come out.
Like, damn, it was so much that happened. I ain't saying we got to sit here and talk about the Music of Me album, but still, it's important. That era is important, bro.
Michael Jackson's story, his career is so vast, it's so detailed that this biopic could have easily been a two. Oh, no, easily been a 3 or 4 part series.
Exactly.
3 or 4. Like we have to go from Jackson 5 to right after the Jackson 5 era, right? Maybe that's
era. Just the Jackson era.
just
like,
the Jackson's era, right?
Yeah.
That's part 1. Part 2, we get Off the Wall and Thriller. Part 3, we get Bad, Dangerous. Maybe we end on we end on the allegation starts, right? Then in part 4, we explore the allegations. We get the history. We get to Invincible. We get to This Is It. We get to his passing. That's how this should have been. Michael Jackson is too great of an artist entertainer for this to only possibly be a two-part biopic. It's too much going on, man.
I'll say this, right? Another thing too, and I don't know how you feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
They made Joe Jackson just seem like a Disney villain. Like this nigga had no redeemable qualities at all. Like and it was funny because like I was like, it's kind of like it was Joe versus Michael the entire time.
Yeah.
Like Joe didn't beat his other kids. We only seen him beat Michael or berate Michael.
Yeah,
he was on all their lines, right?
Yeah.
But when Michael was the one that came out, in real life and said that, hey, my dad physically abused me, verbally abused me, all those things, people took a like, oh damn, Joe is a bad guy, but he was doing that to all the kids.
Yeah,
all the children caught it. You see, Janet didn't stay around that long. She was like, you know what? let me get up out of here. And then, another historical inaccuracy too.
What's up?
When we got introduced to the Jacksons, right? You know how the movie opened, we seen like Bad Mike get ready to go on stage, and then we go back to Gary, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Janet was born that year. Catherine wasn't pregnant.
Hey, look, it don't even matter if it's in the womb. Janet didn't want to be in the film.
We ain't seen no sisters. We only seen Latoya.
Latoya
and the boys, right?
It wasn't no Reby. It wasn't no nobody. It wasn't no
man. What? It was just Latoya, bro. And I don't know, man. It was just. I think that bothered me. Another thing too, like okay, the last tour as the Jacksons, the ending of the Victory tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did his farewell, or just saying, hey, this is it. We ain't doing this no more. Like I mean, I can see that for dramatic purposes, but to end that concert and for Bill Bray to say, hey, Joe, it's over and all that, and then we just go to Wembley, like we just 4 years, like what? Like so we don't get no bad nothing. Like it's just to the end.
So again, this goes back to my point about the transition in era. So yeah, we get the end of the Victory tour. Mike say, hey, this is our farewell joint. We don't get no context on the Bad album. Zero context on the Bad album. And now he performing in Wembley Stadium.
Like how we get here? Like listen, we knew Mike
moonwalking the Bad. Like that's what we doing.
It was so much going on, bro. And then when you start watching breakdowns and stuff like that, it kind of gives a little bit more context. They said Joe Jackson was never fired by no damn facts, but for I guess theatrical dramatic purposes it happened. Yeah. Like let me tell you something. If my son fired me over facts, listen. We eating llama chops in this motherfucker. Like you see all these, like we chopping up these animals around
giraffe burgers.
Man,
all
kind of you fired me? Oh, it's up, bro. Like this zoo shit stop today.
Speaking of Disney villain, okay. Right after the facts came that night, Mike was in the refrigerator.
Ice cream.
And Joe Jackson popped up from behind the door, the refrigerator door. That's some real Disney villain shit.
Exactly. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. It was so funny, bro. And like, not to say that Mike didn't have this great relationship with Catherine, but she had 9 other children. Why weren't anybody else around Catherine besides Mike? I was like, this Michael movie, I understand.
Because the movie wasn't about them. That's the only reason.
I was like, are you serious? Like, but clearly Mike paying for everything, so it's not like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If I want someone one time with Papa, hey, y'all get out. Like, y'all get y'all.
And then when she was older, she got so tired of that, baby, I'm going to bed. I don't want to do this no more. I'm going to sleep. I was like, damn, Catherine, can't you watch TV with your son? Crazy.
Hey, listen, it's the
Crazy.
good part. Like we don't care about none of that. And then CGI bubbles, man. Like the CGI in this film is atrocious. Like the CGI in this film is nasty. Like
Bro,
you can kind of let it go for like the big stadium scenes, kind of, but it still look kind of nasty.
bro, they couldn't work with
Get a real
Peter to
one?
get a real chimp. Like Jesus Christ.
He
That's
looked like
it. That's the
Caesar.
year
He
I
looked
was.
like Caesar from Planet of the Apes. I was like, that is the same ape
He,
technology that they used.
he was finna whisper Michael Jackson's ear and say no. He was about to do that. He was about to do that. That's how bad. That's how bad he looked. That's how bad he looked, bro.
Listen, bro. Like, it's so much wrong with this film, and you wanted it to be like stellar. And I made this comparison not to you, but just when I was having this conversation with people, I was like, hey, it's gonna be Notorious all over again, and I felt it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say we know that Michael Jackson is not Notorious B.I.G. I do know this, but I'm talking about how the essence of the character can be good, but it's so much nuance around him that makes this movie bad. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
movie, like Notorious is still a guilty pleasure for me. I'm still gonna watch it. Like I'm
Mhm.
still like if it was on, I'm just gonna watch it. And that's what this Michael movie is gonna be for me. Like I think I'm still enamored by the story, but there's so many inaccuracies, there's so many time jumps. It's
So much shit missing.
it's
It's
just
just
so
so
much
much.
missing. And honestly, you can keep that second part, big dog, because if we can't even talk about Diana Ross,
I'm with you.
I know we can't talk about I know we can't talk about the allegations, and I'm not one of the people that believe Michael Jackson did it. I think he was completely innocent.
Mhm.
However, the stuff with Sony, like you gotta think about how powerful he became in the music industry, and all this stuff just start happening. And I
Yep.
wanted that to be in the film, or at least to touch on it. And we can't even talk about them allegations, which is okay, but that's unfortunately still part of his legacy with the music. I understand that. I understand that, but that's the part. Like it's like if we weren't gonna do it, that was where I was coming from when we was having these conversations. It was never to hate on the biopic itself. I just know how they try to protect the brand so much. We can't even talk about things.
Mhm.
We can't.
Yeah, man. I'm 100% with you. Like I really don't need a part 2. First of
We gonna keep it.
all, I wouldn't pay to see this in theaters again. I'm gonna watch it when it hits streaming. I am, but
Yeah.
this is not something I need to see in theaters more than once because of the fact that for legal reasons, Janet Jackson didn't want to be there. For legal reasons, they had to take Diana Ross shit out of there. They skipped a whole lot of shit. Michael Jackson's lawyer wasn't this pleasant, nice white man. Like he was evil to Michael Jackson also. They didn't show none of that shit in there. I'm cool. I'm cool on this having a second part because if this is what part 1 is like, if we get into the later years, the later career of Michael Jackson, and you got to skip like a lot of legal shit, what's the point in even having it? What's the point in having it? And then are we gonna retroactively go back and then talk about the bad album when we already see him performing in fucking Wembley Stadium?
No, we good.
Like I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't necessarily want to see the sessions for recording Invincible. Like I don't want to see him unless we plan to do a real deep dive on the making of the History album, because that was him just throwing some shit out there. Like part one of the parts of the disc was just part two of the disc was just
had the original stuff, like the
Yeah.
Heal the World, all that type of shit.
like I'm cool. I'm cool. If we not gonna see Michael Jackson in the studio with Teddy Riley working on a Dangerous album, I don't want to see it.
Or
I don't
Super
want to see
Bowl,
it.
or the call for the Super Bowl half.
The call for
like
Come
stuff
on.
like that. Like I think deserves some type of nuance.
I agree.
And we're never going to get that. And I think that's unfortunate as Michael Jackson fans, right? I think his story deserves to be told, but he's so intertwined in the pop culture and with other people, it's too many moving parts. Like, case in point, there's no way you can tell the story about Michael Jackson without mentioning Pepsi burnt his damn scalp.
Oh, facts.
Like, you can't, so legally, you can't tell this story without talking about Pepsi. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one hurdle. Like, we got to talk about that one part. And I mean, they talked about that, and that was a crazy thing. But I mean, hey, we seen it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, we can't end on shitting on shit. So, what was your favorite music scenes from the movie? Like, was it the Thriller? Was it him meeting with the gang members for Beat It? Perform with his brothers or what?
I think I like the direction he tried to give John Landis on Thriller. I did enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Human Nature, of course, I did
Yeah.
enjoy seeing that perform. S- Side note, right? They
Mm-hmm.
used the bad audio, like the audio from the bad tour, for this performance. I was like, okay, like I thought that you know how you recognize certain things. It's like, I don't think I'm that, but it's like, hold on, that sounds very, very familiar. Not to say like I've heard Human Nature a million times, but
Yeah.
the live version at Wembley I've heard a million times too, because that's the closest thing you had to a music video for real, outside of maybe the Moonwalker stuff. But
Right.
I heard, I was like, that sounds really familiar. And then when somebody confirmed it, I was like,
See, knew it.
that's
I
out of
knew it.
context. That's
Yeah.
out of context. But I
Yeah.
mean, that was great. I mean, the bad performance was good too. Like I think, it, okay, another thing I did like. See,
Okay.
oh,
No,
damn it,
what's up?
I'm so
What's up?
sorry.
It's okay. What's
The
up?
when he did Motown 25, right?
Mhm.
We kind of fast forward through that and the Grammy stuff.
Yeah.
It was like a montage. We just ran through that real quick. Then it was over. All right.
Yeah. The cool thing about the Thriller scene is that's where the original Thriller was actually filmed. I heard Jafar say that in the interview with one of the Jimmys.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was
the
cool.
Jimmys.
And I think they did an amazing job with that. Like the makeup was fire. Like your point, I like the way he was giving direction. Like make sure you show the feet. You got to show the
Yeah.
feet. Like that was cool. Like I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. The whole beat it sequence, that shit had me weak. Like the dance and shit, like that shit was cool. But like you have 1980s Crips and Bloods saying bruh. Like they wasn't saying that shit back then. Like that was funny to me, right? That was funny. Let me think what else. And then the final performance, the final bad performance, I thought was dope as hell. Like of course the music scenes were going to be awesome, right? And I think Jafar did an amazing job in performing, and that honestly is what saved the movie for me, because otherwise this shit would have been trash.
Real quick, and it's like everything keep coming back. I like the Prince shade too.
Oh yeah, that was fire.
That was hilarious. That was
fire.
hilarious. Like he's like, I know the creator might give it to Prince. I was like, hey, yo.
Yeah, the whole theater was. Oh, speaking of, so when you went to see it, right?
Mhm.
How was your theater experience? So were people
Uh,
dressed up? Did people get up and dance during the movie, after the movie?
It was one guy that had on his sequin joint, and he went down there after the movie was over, which was everybody was okay with that.
Okay, cool,
Just don't
cool.
stand your ass up doing them.
Yeah,
But you
facts.
can't, but the energy in there when the songs were on, people were dancing and singing. And I mean, I can't, hey, mic on, you know what I'm saying? Mic
Yeah,
on.
you got a jig. You got a jig.
Yeah. I'm not that type, but I'm just glad it wasn't over the top. So I think
Facts.
everybody was in there to enjoy the film. Everybody had a great time. My boy with the sequin, I couldn't get the video, but he was clowning. He was going crazy. Like he moved,
Okay.
like he was down there. He was going crazy.
That's what's up. No,
What
I
about
pretty
your-
much
what about
I
your
pretty
theater
much had the
experience?
same experience, but it's like, so first the shit was packed. Again, this is Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sold out, every seat packed. 80% of people were dressed up as a version of Mike.
That's what's up.
And I thought, like, hey, this is fine. Look, I just had my glove on. I ain't, I came from work. I just I just had my but every, like you saying with you, like music sequences, people singing, people dancing in their seats. Nobody got up and did it. But when the credits start rolling and the lights came on, man, what? I got up and hit a little jig myself, glove out. Like I did all that shit. And that's just a testament of Michael Jackson and his music. Like that shit touches ages, man, generations. That shit is amazing.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Nah, I love it though. But hey, before we get up out of here, what's your rating, man? Out of 5, what you going with?
So shout out to everybody I talked to through instant DMs and all that shit. Because people usually do ratings out of 10.
Mhm.
For me, out of 10, this is at most a 6. At most, it's a 6. So if I'm scaling that back to a 5-star scale,
Let's stay to 10 then. If that's your, 6, because I don't, I want you to Chop your
Because
numbers
I
up like that.
get look because I'm going
Like
I'm going 3.5 maybe like somewhere in there.
that sounds fair. But I actually had it at a 7. I think I was probably being a little bit more generous. But but it is no more than a 7.
Yeah.
It's no more than that. And I can't see it and I understand people are just like MJ fanatics and you can't see straight. But if we talking about a film, this thing was all over the place.
Oh, that's a big fact.
This thing is all over the place. But let us know what you think about the MJ film and our ratings and our thoughts on it, man. But let's try this out, man. Since we're in the MJ spirit, we got to keep the Thriller conversation going, I guess, and connected to hip hop. There's only one Thriller. There's only one Thriller. Only one. But hip hop has many versions and many variations of it because there's so many classics and so many reasons that you can attribute it to being a hip hop version of Thriller. We want to see what those are, and we're going to talk about them. So, Johnny, what's your first album that you want to discuss that possibly could be considered a hip hop version of Thriller?
Oh man. So let's see. Where do I want to go first? Let us go with let's go with the Sonic Blueprint, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson make magic together, and we know how sonically pleasing Thriller is. And trying to think about a hip hop album that agrees with that, right?
Yeah.
The first album I'm gonna go with is The Chronic. That's Dr. Dre, 1992. West Coast sound, of course, but Dr. Dre being who Dr. Dre is, especially that early in his career, sampling, using sounds nobody's really heard before, is something that shifted the culture during that time, right? And I think that is how we can compare The Chronic to Thriller.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go with the Kanye West choice, right?
Okay.
Most people would say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but that is actually his bad because he's clearly out of here at that point, right?
Okay.
Graduation is what set that up. So in my mind, Graduation is more of a Thriller-esque album because it started the stadium status. It crossed over. Like one of his lead singles from that thing was Stronger.
Right.
The Daft Punk production, right? You gotta think about Kanye was on that. Like, Can't Tell Me Nothing was the lead single, but Stronger was next, and Stronger threw us for a loop. He had the shutter shades and stuff like that. Kanye went out of here. He and then he made the song with DJ Toomp, Big Brother, and he started off stadium status. But those songs were bigger than arenas at that point.
Yeah.
Like sonically, those songs were big. Barry Bonds is huge. Drunken Hot Girls is huge. Like, these songs are huge. Good Life has a Michael Jackson sample. Kanye really elevated with Graduation, and I always stated that Graduation is his best body of work from top to bottom. Even though I think that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably like his magnum opus, but because of like the trajectory, like he was like 2010, out of here. But Graduation, for what it did for Kanye's career and the pop rap crossover stuff that we kind of know, from maybe like a Drake now, is that's Kanye all through and through. So Graduation for sure.
I like that. I'm not mad at that one because I mean, even in kind of looking or researching this topic, My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy did come up for me. So no, I think I'm rolling with Graduation. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So okay, my next one I'm gonna go with a commercial giant, right? And I'm gonna go to Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. Eminem became a household name that sparked both obsession and controversy, and it sold over like 1.7 million copies in its first week. And later on being certified diamond, and we know Thriller is like 4-5 times diamond or some shit like that now. And then the Marshall Mathers LP also proved that rap could be the primary driver of global pop culture, moving beyond a subculture into absolute center, of music. So
Okay.
Marshall Mathers LP for sure.
Mm.
And that's what
I
that's it. That's the year 2000.
2000, 2001, one of
Mm.
them. I want to push back. I'm not saying that that's a
Mm.
wrong answer, but I think Eminem show was just like, well, it kind of can be like the apex of it, right? It's just like he built off the success of Marshall Mathers, but Eminem show is like really out of here because they had the real Slim Shady on it, right? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Think about how huge that was. Like that was a huge song for Eminem.
Let me double check that. I think
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I won't say the real Slim Shady was the lead single off of that.
'cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real
Mhm.
Shady. No, real Slim Shady was on Thursday. It says Marshall Mathers
Oh,
LP.
okay, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
stand corrected then. I thought it was on Eminem show. Well, damn, what was on Eminem show?
Um, I think you're thinking about this looks like a job for me, so everybody
Yeah.
just follow me.
Oh,
What's the name
damn,
of that
that's on
shit?
there. Without
Controversy,
me.
because it feels so. Yeah, without me. That's it. I think that was the lead single for Eminem show.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
and I love Eminem show. Ah, now I gotta
yeah.
go back and listen to it at some point. No, okay. Well, hey, shout out to Eminem. Okay, if that's the case, you're correct because it got Stan and the way I
Yeah.
am. Okay, all
I
right.
convinced you.
Right. I had to think about it. See, you gotta talk it out. Like you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna go with a layup. Um, Jay-Z Blueprint, right? Sonically, right? I don't think it has like the album sales that we can compare to like maybe the Kanye or the Eminem albums that were aforementioned. But just to think about, the Kanye blueprint as far like no pun intended. But Kanye's footprint is all over that album. Not to say there are other producers. I think Bink is on that album. I think Just Blaze might have something on there too, if I'm not mistaken. But it was like heavy Kanye focus because the Takeover, Song Cry, those types of things, Heart of the City, those songs on there, and a album being that soulful, like the tone of the album pretty much being that soulful. It wasn't something that we've we've heard soulful albums like that, but just not on like it completely being like a mainstream album that everybody loved and enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? From top to
Mhm.
bottom, right? Um, it's not too many things you can say about Blueprint, but I just think that Kanye influence, like being on that album, being like the blueprint of it, no pun intended again, because I can't think of a better word, but
Yeah.
it's just I think it's hard pressed to find an album sonically that can still be pleasing in 2000 right
Hmm.
now, right? And that's because of the musicality and the production and the how the album is sequenced and all that. It may be one skip on there, but other than that, I mean, it's cemented. It's one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
Hmm.
Kanye, I mean, Kanye and Jay-Z, they make magic together, especially when Kanye is producing. Um,
Yeah.
so I can't even be mad at that. Now, you mentioned Jay-Z,
Hmm.
so I gotta go the opposite, right?
Oh yeah,
So I'm gonna try to, I guess, do like the flawless comparison when it comes to Thriller and a hip hop album.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go Nas Illmatic. Now,
Of course.
Illmatic clearly does not have anywhere near the the sales of Thriller, but
Commercial
but
success at all.
with both albums being so concise, right?
Excuse me.
Thriller being what, 9 tracks, and then Illmatic being 10,
9 tracks. 9 tracks. Well,
9.
oh no, it might be 10 tracks, but either way, it's a
It,
intro.
it's
It's
real
a it's real
it's con-
concise.
it's concise. It's
Yeah.
concise. And many people in hip hop, they deem Illmatic like one of the best hip hop albums of all time,
Ever.
like ever, right? So just going by that logic, listen, I think Thriller had like 7 number 1s or some shit like that. And if we compare that to what Nas did with Illmatic, not saying that he had like number 1 songs from there, but each track is perfectly constructed and written, and people hailed that as one of the best albums ever. So
You know
got
what's so funny?
what's up?
These last two albums had Michael Jackson samples on it. I just want to point that out.
See, and look,
But Illmatic is obviously a great choice because there's no fat on the bones. I've always kind of echoed that sentiment, right? It's really straight to it. It's really 10 tracks, and it gets straight to the point. Nas gave us an album like his first. Usually, your first album supposed to be your best one anyway. So if that's your best foot forward, goddamn.
I
And
know,
look,
right?
We what 30 years past it now. So shout out to Nas, man.
Facts.
I think this would probably be the last one, and I know the people that are listening or watching on YouTube are probably yelling or typing. Where is 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying? All right, we're here now.
We're here, man. We're here.
Listen. I have been not the biggest fan of 50 Cent personally these past few years because he's a goof. But however, we can never deny Get Rich or Die Trying. I bought that album, played it out, went crazy. Probably bought it again. Diamond album. There are plenty of Diamond albums, but it's nothing with the ripple effect that Get Rich or Die Trying had. The music allowed 50 Cent to do so much more because that album has so much staying power. It still kind of bangs to this day if you go back and listen to it. I think the Massacre kind of had the dated stuff, in my opinion. Like, but Get Rich or Die Trying, like your first album, technically, his debut album was the first one, and it went crazy. It sent a ripple effect throughout hip hop. The culture was looking for this like this kind of this thug image. Like after that, it's like, and then G Unit became a phenomenon. 50 Cent became a superstar literally overnight because that album was so good.
Yeah. Even had a couple number one singles, right? I know In the Club, but I think 21 Questions might have hit number
21
one.
Questions had to, and I don't know if Many Men was ever released as a single, but
I don't know either. But yeah, like shit. Even I don't think PIMP went number one, but I know that shit was high. It was up there. It was definitely what top 10 had to be. So
had to be. I think anything off of that album charted top 15 at the least.
For sure.
Man,
so
now Curtis, man, Curtis, man.
You look, flowers.
Hey, yeah, we give them out here, man. Even when we want to hate, but now, man, let us know what y'all think about that hip hop thriller conversation. Just seeing what those albums kind of line up, and if you got any albums you want to throw in the mix, let us know.
For sure.
We're back here, man. We said we weren't gonna do it, man.
We did.
The Iceman cometh.
we got to.
We were just talking about how lame the rollout was, right? And then he hit us with the ice sculpture. As soon as we got to recording, some more stuff happened, right? So the ice sculpture popped up in downtown Toronto, I want to say, and it looked like pretty much an ice sculpture, like an ice pyramid of sorts, right? A whole bunch of ice blocks, and a date was hidden within the blocks. So you had people out there going out there taking pictures, trying to see if they can get into it. And then you have a Canadian streamer whose name escapes me at the time, Canadian Twitch guy. He found the release date. The release date came out to be May 15th.
May 15th, just a few weeks.
Just a few weeks. So, Johnny, what's your thoughts on first the rollout and then the date, and then I guess any anticipations that you may have for Iceman?
Yeah, man. I think the ice blocks, I ain't gonna front. I think that was kind of fire. I think that was dope. I mean, we talked about this briefly last week. I don't think Drake needs to do this, but if you're gonna do it, I think this is a pretty cool way to do it, right?
Yeah.
You hide your release date and a whole big ass ice block sculpture. Like that's fire. I thought that was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Now, did I think that it was going to present a safety hazard? I didn't. But Drake fans are crazy. They crazy. I seen motherfuckers with sledgehammers. I seen people create like campfires on top of the ice, like all kind of shit. Like it was crazy. It's crazy. That shit is not safe at all. Yeah. But apparently, old boy found it. Did a stream, revealed that the release date is May 15th, and I think a lot of people were saying that was staged, and not. The more I think about it, the more I agree.
Absolutely. All right.
No, go
The
ahead.
ice sculpture was genius. I'm not gonna hold you. I wanted to hate. People call us out for hating on Drake, but that was. I mean, hey, if you gonna do it, do it.
Yeah,
Everything else leading up to it was kind of corny. I'm not gonna hold
yeah,
you. But that ice sculpture, that was hard. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate on that. But having the date hidden in there and then you setting up a plant to go find it, never heard of it. I don't know half of these streaming niggas. So excuse me. Unc don't know. Unc old. I'm old. You
facts.
know what I'm saying? I don't
Same,
know none of
same, same.
it. But for you to hide it in the sculpture and then he randomly finds it and then he has to go back to the your house, which is called the embassy, and open up the envelope.
So that was Drake's
That's
house.
nasty. Yeah, he was in front of Drake's house doing that.
See, I didn't. I
See,
didn't
see,
realize that.
exactly. So
Realize that.
he went and found the envelope. He opened it in front of. He's like, "Oh, what is this? May 15th." Like he had like he can't read or something. And then Drake gave him $50,000 Canadian money. Like, listen, I'll take 50,000 Canadian. I don't care. Listen, it's more than what I got. But that is so staged though. He's like, "Oh my god, bro!" Like it's like he's a Drake fan, and Drake fans are cornballs. Drake, you need to come out here and save your fans because they out here being corny.
Yeah.
Case in point. I'm never gonna call this man's name, but whoever that was in our TikTok comments, you're a fucking dork. Yes, dork. If you're listening to this, you're a dork. And then I seen you under somebody else's comment being a dork about Drake. Listen, I am a fan of a lot of rappers, but I would call it how I see it. I criticize Jay, and that is my goat.
Yeah.
So what make you think Aubrey don't get this smoke either?
No, that's a fact.
Art
I just sat
is
here. I just sat here and damn near trashed Michael Jackson biopic. You think Drake is safe?
No, none
No.
of these niggas is safe. And then the point is, right? You can't have a conversation without Drake with these niggas without them bringing up Kendrick. Never in any of these critiques have I mentioned Kendrick.
Not one
People
time.
got in my DMs saying something about Kendrick because I said something about Game talking about Drake. He said, bro,
That's crazy. That is insane.
the internet is dick riding Drake so much right now. And I'm not saying Drake ain't great, y'all, but y'all be doing a lot with y'all fandom. And y'all fandom looks a little bit suspect. Because where did it get to like where we have to pick like it's a team, like stay on that side type
I
stuff?
know,
Where did
yeah.
that come from? Because like I said, I've always been a Drake fan. I've always been a Kendrick fan. I said when Kendrick music don't hit for me, Mr. Morales and Big Steppers, I never really was a fan. I said that. I've been said that. I said it when the album came out. So I'm not here faking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I probably listen to Drake music way more than I listen to Kendrick. I understand it. But he consciously makes music for bullshit. So that's why I can go listen to Drake music. Nobody's saying that Drake is not good. Nobody said that. So when Iceman comes out, Ralph, I'm speaking for Ralph. Johnnie may not listen to it immediately. I will. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna listen. So I don't understand why y'all just can't have a conversation about Drake and not bring up Kendrick. Like that shit is annoying. And then like I'm not on either side but Drake fans are corn balls. Elote. Like the corn in the cup, like that is that.
Elote. Hey,
Yeah.
but nah. Look,
that's elite corn. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm just letting you cook, bro. I'm letting you cook. I might not listen to that shit on the 15th. I'll listen to it on the 16th just because, just out of spite.
And that's fair. That's corn. It's like, and then like the minute you listen to it, he gonna be number one on your Apple Music list for the remainder of the year. Like Iceman gonna be the most played album in your music for the month. Like what? I listened to the album one time. Now it's in heavy rotation. Now it's in heavy rotation. Get the fuck out of here.
Now all of a sudden Drake Apple Music, Apple Artist of the Year and shit. Listen to this shit one time. Like what?
And then the Drake propaganda, bro. Like we've been seeing it, and I'm not. It's like he literally has like Complex. Any of these blog pages, OK Player, the rap page, like all of them have just been going. I have never seen this before. I really want Iceman to be good for the Drake fans. but don't antagonize everybody else because your man finally made an album that ain't mid no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't
No, for real.
antagonize everybody
For
else.
real.
Oh, y'all back and listen to Drake now? Nobody never stopped, and all that shit he was putting out post beef was mid.
And y'all know it too. Y'all know it too. And I'm not gonna let you forget it. I don't know about Ralph. If Iceman is good, which
If I hope it's good because I need them. I need them to have something. I need them to have a cheat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how a fan base need a win? Like, they need something to cheer for.
and
I
this is
need you-
where my haterism is starting to come out again. Because I tried to let
I
it
be
sit,
trying-
like I tried to
I
let
was-
it fade. But there's a
I
part
can't.
of me that want this shit to be bad, bro. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I want this
'Cause
to be
I'ma
for
come-
all,
I'ma
for
come-
all the dogs again. Like, just
I'm gonna
a
come in here
mid-pack.
and say, hey, y'all know this shit trash. Now, on the flip side, if it's good, I'm gonna come right here and say, I fucked up.
It's like, you know,
fucked
it's
up.
cool. You know, you got a little slap, you got a
This
slap on him.
this on fire, but the rest,
He
like-
if he got like 16 songs of like 16 controllers and timestamp records, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would listen. If he come in here with that, I will
I'm not-
come back. I'm still not apologizing to no light skinned niggas, but I would definitely say say
I'll come
that
here and
the
say
album
this shit
is good.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, oh no. Like, I think the music just has to be good, and I think that's where the pressure comes in, and I think that's why he's going so hard with the rollout. I hope that the music matches the rollout because the
Same.
last time we seen an extravagant rollout like this, we got a hip hop classic.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last time we seen this, let God sort them out, we got a classic.
Ooh,
So,
man.
you know, his rollout ain't the same. You know, he ain't sitting in front of cameras giving us interviews and talking points and stuff like that. But last time we seen a rollout of this magnitude, we got a classic. So hold on, Drake.
So before we get out of here,
Yeah.
does Drake mention Cole and or Kendrick? And if so, is it a diss or is it like a sub?
He subs. He can't make an album fully without mentioning
Without subbing something or somebody.
without subbing somebody. Let's just say it ain't even Kendrick or Drake. But I know Kendrick go catch one.
You want to know who else I think gonna catch one? Like I'm like 75% sure.
Who?
LeBron.
Oh yeah.
I think LeBron
LeBron might get a whole
He gonna
song.
catch a straight. You think?
Brown
think
might
so?
get a whole song.
The whole
again.
song?
Like a whole song.
I'm gonna tell you why
Like
I'm not.
Calabasas at 9 p.m. Like, it's gonna be something like that. Like,
Wait, where LeBron from? No, he gonna be Akron at noon
Ah!
type shit. Akron at noon. That's what
Yeah.
that might be the name.
Nah.
No, but so the streamer, right? The dude that found the date.
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name either.
Okay.
Sorry. But it did say that Sexy Red might be a feature. How you feel about that?
Okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. He's just extending the life of Sexy Red's career at this point. Like, I mean, she has an album out. You know, he want to hang with a bad bitch. He want to hang with a bad bitch. Like, you seen her kicking it with Shawn Michaels. Like, shout out to her, man, and Mick Foley. Like, all right, shoot, you know, shout out to Sexy, man. But you know what we kind of gravitate to her for is like more than the music, I would say. It's definitely not. We know she's not a capable rapper. Like, but you know, she makes songs that are good and trendy. So I'm never going to be on the side of like, hey, she needs to go away. You know, I leave that for y'all. But if she is on there, okay.
It is what it is, basically.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, let us know what y'all think about the Iceman rollout, and therefore, before we get up out of here, this is the blurred segment. The blurred topics are coming a dime a dozen.
Man, look, it's
man,
dry out here, man.
It's dry out here, man. If we go keep it doing trailer reactions, all right, big dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? But no, we try to always hit you with some original content, just POVs and things, and we want to have some fun before we get up out of here. Now, there have been a plenty of movies that we have considered to be mid or misses in the MCU or DCU, and we just want to see how would we fix one film in said franchise. So you can pick either one, Johnny. You can go MCU, DCU, and then what film would you fix and what would you do about it? Like, how would you do it?
this is the easiest layup for me.
Yeah.
I'm fixing Black Panther 2. Over the
Ooh.
last, I would say 2 years.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler and all these other sources have come out to say what the original Black Panther 2 script would be.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you gotta recast T'Challa. That's number
Yeah. Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
gotta whoever pick who you want to pick. I don't care at this point. But we gonna have T'Challa in the film, right?
Yeah.
From what I remember, the Black Panther 2 original script was supposed to be T'Challa and his son that he had with Nakia.
Okay.
They did what's some type of like spiritual walk where the son had to spend 8 days with the father out in the wilderness. No tools, no nothing. They just got to spend 8 days out. They got to fend for themselves, make their own food, build their own shelter, stuff like that. But during that time, the child gets to ask the father literally whatever they want for 8 days straight, and the father has to respond truthfully. He has to be
Okay.
honest in whatever the kid asks. And during the time them being out there, this is when they encounter Namor, I believe, and they whole conflict. I I need that. I needed that film. I needed that. One, because again we get to have T'Challa, and that honestly I feel like that changes the trajectory of what Doomsday looks like.
Mm.
But then also we already have a built-in, well, I mean we still kind of do, but we already have the built-in heir of the Black Panther mantle in his son. So
Yeah.
by Black Panther 3 or Avengers 7, we get a new Black Panther.
Yeah.
I needed that. I needed that for sure.
Yeah. I'm not mad at the, kind of redoing Wakanda Forever and all that, because like Wakanda Forever still is a strong film, but
Mhm.
the lacking of the soul of the character T'Challa is very much missing. And we always say rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, fuck cancer. And it was such a emotional thing because they actually changed the intro, bro. They only changed that for two people,
Yeah.
Stan Lee and Chadwick Boseman. Like
Facts.
that lets you know what I'm saying? And Wakanda Forever was such a sad film, bro. I watched that
It
thing twice.
was. It
That
was.
that that is it. That's all I had for that sad ass film, bro. Like that movie was sad as hell, bro. But I mean, all in all, it still was strong because I think it was free of the multiverse stuff. That's what
Mhm.
made it good.
Yeah.
Even though it may be a considerable drop off from the first film,
Yeah.
but it was still strong because Ryan Coogler felt like he had the creative freedom. The only thing that they shoehorned in was the Ironheart stuff. That was it. Everything else about that story was so self-contained. So I hear you on that, and all we needed was T'Challa to take it over the top because the film was strong, and I still think that it is. It's just that, hey man, I done been through a lot of stuff. I can't watch that. Man. Like, I
I
can't watch
feel
that,
you. I
bro.
feel you.
That is a lot, bro. I
I
cried in
feel you.
Shazam. So if you know what Wakanda Forever gonna do to a nigga, Shazam,
Hey, it happens, bro. I,
hey
I
man,
feel you. I feel
that's how you know niggas is grown. You can't like, hey man, certain stuff just shouldn't like tug at your heartstrings, bro. Like I'm just in the movie like,
you. That's funny. But I
but
feel you
hey,
though.
hey man, I like that choice though. I'm not mad at the decision to like redo that film.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if you had a layup, this is a slam dunk. Then Ant-Man Quantumania. Let's do the film over. Like, let's get it all over. Right? Like, where do we start? The bad CGI? Like, where do we go with this, bro? Like,
Oh, that's funny.
Ant-Man has always been the. It's been like a relief film, a relief franchise,
Mhm.
right? The first one was so refreshing. It was like, oh man, we got Scott Lang and his crazy gang of like misfits. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he meets Hank Pym. Like Hank Pym is pivotal to Marvel Comics and Janet Van Dyne, and then you gotta it's like all that stuff was great in that first film. It was like refreshing to see, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp, cool. But you know what I'm saying? It came right after Infinity War, right?
Ye-
Yeah, it was right
Damn.
after Infinity War because the quantum tunnel he got snapped, and then remember he got
That's
trapped
right.
down there.
That's right. That's right. Yo.
So that's how we get the time travel stuff. So they found a way to keep Ant-Man as small as he is as a character, no pun intended, just to have like a pivotal like arc in said films because he was pivotal to Endgame with the quantum realm and all that stuff. So now we post Endgame, and then we get the third installment of Quantum Mania, and we get his daughter who's grown, like who's pretty much going to be a young Avenger. It was so much they could. It was so much they could explore with that, and I think they did a good job of making Stinger is her name, right?
Cassie Lang,
Yeah,
yep.
Cassie Lang. I think they did a good job with her. It was just that trash CGI. MODOK was ass. Like, MODOK was trash.
MODOK was fucking crazy. That was
Bro.
crazy.
And then we had Kang in there, man. And Kang, I think this was the thing, right? They should have killed Ant-Man. And I know this sounds crazy, but we should have just ended the Ant-Man franchise with Quantum Mania. We should have killed Scott Lang. Rest in peace. His daughter take over the mantle in some type of way. She leads the Young Avengers along aside Hawkeye. I mean, what's our girl? Hawkeye girl.
Well, shit, I think she became Hawkeye, right? Like
No. Hawkeye girl. That's somebody else. The girl that was from Center. She Hawkeye. She Hawkeye. The little Hawkeye. Like I can't think of the name.
I think she took the name Hawkeye though. Like she don't have her own name. No, am I wrong?
No. We're mixing them up, right? So Cassie Lang is Stinger,
right?
Okay. The whatever girl that was with Hawkeye, I don't know her name, but she was supposed to be leading the Young Avengers, and she had met with Ms. Marvel. Like, remember her?
Oh, you mean like her actual?
Yeah. I don't know her name.
Government name in the MCU.
Yeah, because she wasn't even Hawkeye's daughter, right? She just met Hawkeye.
No, she seen Hawkeye at the Battle of New York. It was like, oh, I want to learn archery.
Yeah,
like, it was crazy.
Yeah, but she was. But we could have did could have did a better job with setting up the Young Avengers there. That was my. Yeah, Kate Bishop. We could have did a better job with setting up the Young Avengers right there, and that was my point. And obviously Kang, man. Like I think if Kang kills Ant-Man, that sets up him as a legitimate threat. You don't get the ants killing him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, now not Kate Bishop, but Cassie got a real legitimate beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has more of a reason. Like, she already lost her mama ain't here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you done killed my daddy. Like, oh, it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, the MCU had to go dark. Somebody had to go. And I'm okay with sacrificing Ant-Man if Kang is supposed to be our big bad. And then we just beat a version of him. Now we got 11 of them in the stadium. Like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have just, if we established him as one of the real, like, if we had got the best version of Kang or one of the better versions to beat Ant-Man, stomp him out real quick, we'd have been good, bro.
But okay, just tiny bit of pushback.
Okay.
Would it really have been one of the best versions of Kang if you kill Ant-Man? If Ant-Man is like not that.
He already beat him, so I don't know. Like he beat, like clearly he wasn't nowhere near getting good. He lost to some ants, bro. Like in the quantum.
But then also he did get trapped in the quantum realm, so I guess how.
But I don't know. But the thing is, if Kang is supposed to be this all powerful being, he goes, through time, and he can like what's the quantum realm gonna do to him? Like, you know what I'm saying? If he's Kang, that's the point, right? We haven't really established him as a legitimate threat, because at least when Thanos pulled up on the set, what he get? He got a lot of people out the paint. He beat Hulk into submission. He snapped Loki neck. no more resurrections this time, big dog. Like, oh,
Thanks.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
He threw a whole planet at Iron Man. Did all kinds of shit.
Listen. So it's like, at least with him, we got proper build up over films, right? But at least when he pulled up to the scene with my cylinder missing. He pulled up and it was up. It was up.
Breaking shit.
Yeah, exactly. Kang didn't do that. And it's like, how am I supposed to take him seriously as a villain, as a threat, if he don't get somebody out the paint? We gotta kill somebody. And that's what happened in Infinity War. He killed somebody. He pulled up to the joint. We getting it. First of all, we got a whole ship out the paint. The whole ship was good. Like, the whole ship was done. Like, so Thanos
I'm stop you when you're wrong, but you ain't
so I'm just saying, we can't kill Ant-Man. I like Paul Rudd, man. I like 40-Year-Old Virgin. But hey, he gotta go, bro. Like, he gotta go for the greater good. And then
Hey,
You
if
gotta go.
Tony Stark can get sacrificed, goddamn it, we can sacrifice Ant-Man. Nah, I'm with you.
Yes,
I'm rolling.
For the greater good of the multiverse saga, man.
I'm rolling.
He should have went, bro. Like
I'm
he
rolling.
had to go. I do not advocate murder in my MCU, but god damn it, if we talk about the greater good, somebody got to go. And then
Hey,
that's why death is never an option. And we see with multiverse and all that, we could have brought him back.
and low key, if it's any Avenger that could get sacrificed, I'm trying to think who else.
So,
Hey, Black Widow
Okay.
sacrificed herself,
man,
and Ant-Man can't just get clipped real quick. Like,
man, what?
nah, that's
Especially when you got a daughter with the same type of powers, bro. Like you got the same suit, bro. She got the same shit as her mama and her daddy. Like her mama, her daddy, she can get the her ain't Hank Pym still around? Like she can go get the suit from her granddaddy. Like, hey, it's up, bro. We ain't have to do this, bro.
I'm with you. No, fuck it. Hey, Paul Rudd getting into his drama acting bag anyway,
Man,
so
what? He don't want to be silly no more.
we can
It's
let him
okay.
go. We can let him
That's
go.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, bro, it was so much. Like, I mean, Kang, and then obviously, we this is before the Jonathan Major stuff, but it would have been harder for them to get rid of Kang if that had happened because he would have been established as a threat.
Right.
It's like how we go just kill Ant-Man, then get rid of the person that killed him without any type of avenging. Like, you know what I'm saying? How does that work?
Oh man. Damn.
There's nothing to avenge here.
Damn, we didn't got Hawkeye out of here. That's crazy. That's how you say the MCU. The whole multiverse saved. Just kill Ant-Man.
We killed Ant-Man. Ant-Man caught the L in the Spider-Man franchise.
Definitely got clipped in the third one. That's crazy.
Aunt Marissa Tomei. We didn't kill the old version. We killed the young hot
We
version
killed
of Aunt-Man.
man,
Listen, that was natural selection. She was already about to go. Hey, respect,
bro.
right?
Oh,
Like,
look, all right.
all right, my bad. All right, you know what? Clearly. Clearly.
Wrap it up.
All right. Clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for it, bro?
Listen, if you're on audio and video, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us this long.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, hit that comment section. Hey, look, y'all gotta hit the
Johnny,
comment section. I am
you
a little
crying?
bit because that shit was funny. Hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yes,
hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we will catch everybody next week. With that being said, Ralph, that's episode 309. Anything left for the people?
Hey man, like we say at the end of every episode, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys for tuning into the things that Johnny and myself like to talk about for this hour and some by change. When you see the faces, the logo, or the link, make sure you share it because OS is for the streets.
And with that, that's episode 309.
309, man.
And we out.
Out you.
Peace.
MJ forever.
Yes, sir.